Om Sri Saira. Welcome back to Anantha Vijnana Sampada, the purpose of life. So today we are going to discuss about a subject. Kasminnu bhagavo vigyate sarvamidam vijnanam bhavati iti. It means what? Kasminnu, by which or through which, bhagavo vigyate, how to understand that, through which, sarvamidam, whatever else which is available or present in this cosmos, vigyatam, I can understand, bhavati iti, which are existing in this world, which I can understand. By knowing one, I can understand everything. This question seems to be complicated. If I know one thing, and is it feasible to understand everything through that? It is impossible. But why it has been said like that? This question was asked by one aspirant to a teacher. Now, generally, in our classroom, like elementary school level where we study, if I pose a question to a teacher, "Oh teacher, can you enlighten me with one element through which or one subject through which I can understand all other subjects?" Definitely the teacher will say no. English teacher cannot speak about the science. Science teacher cannot speak about the social studies. Social science teacher cannot speak about the maths. So all those subjects are different. But with what that one subject or one element through which the entire subject can be comprehended or understood is the medium. Now try to understand. What I would like to enlighten here is the medium. Now, in a classroom, 40 or 50 students are there who are from different states, speaking different languages. Now, I cannot teach or conduct a class about a subject in a different medium, because different students are there, different languages are there. So if I have to conduct a class in different languages, it is difficult to make each person understand, comprehend. So for that, different subjects, to make a person understand, there are different teachers. They are also been named as medium. And where there is a language barrier, we have a common language that also been named as medium. Now when we standard medium, when we take as an English, any teacher of a particular subject, if they adopt a particular standard of medium called English, then they can able to deliver their lectures, they can able to understand the students, correct them, realize them, and make them perfect. So these mediums which are being known are the lower level of knowledge. And the experience or gaining of a subject, the knowledge, gaining of a knowledge through a subject, that gaining or that knowledge or that expertise is been named as higher level of knowledge or consciousness. So we generally have two levels of consciousness. One is lower level of consciousness or lower realm of knowledge, and higher level of consciousness or higher realm of knowledge. So this is what an aspirant asks to a teacher. By learning one, how can I come to know about the all existence in this universe? So this subject has been taught in an Upanishad called Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka, generally the term is explained as clean shaved head. Why clean shaved head? So this level of knowledge, clean shaved head, why they related that is for one reason. Now, an egg, when you take, can you make the head or tail of an egg? No. Like one lingam, without any base, without any structure, only one lingam, egg-shaped lingam. There also you cannot make anterior, posterior or head or tail. All the directions, if you see, it will be resembling one, the same. You can call it a circle or oval. This much you can name it. But which part of the oval of that lingam is head or tail, we cannot justify. So that subject, which can be learned through the mediums, in order to understand what exists or what that subject content is containing. If I learn that through that medium, whether I am capable to learn and realize the entire existing or not. This is what the question of that aspirant to a teacher. Now, in this Mundaka Upanishad, what it makes clarify us. For everything there is a medium to understand. Without a medium, you cannot realize with one single question to get answers for 100. For that, you need a proper medium to understand, comprehend. How you can comprehend that? Now, they made it very simple. Go to a lower realm of knowledge. Unless you are not going to the elementary school to learn from the kindergarten what is A for apple, why it has been named A for apple rather than A for America. So these things, word counting, number counting, then making a word, making a sentence, without these elementary knowledges, without learning these mediums and vocabulary, the grammar, annote, denote, all those things and calculations, you cannot understand or comprehend about a subject. And Upanishads are directly derived from the Vedas. And Veda is unlimited by its nature. Even when we take several births in several yugas, we cannot complete the course. We cannot be called as doctrines of Vedas or even Upanishads. From a school, you can graduate as a doctorate in Vedas, Vedantas. But all those are limited. You are specialized in some part of Upanishads. in some part of Vedas. Theoretically, you have gained some knowledge. But will it feasible to understand the entire subject in this birth? Impossible. Only possibility is there through some mediums. Like, I want to learn some Sanskrit in order to understand Upanishad. So basic standards of Sanskrit, what it teaches about, I have to learn that. Each word I have to understand its meaning. After learning those meanings, then I will try to comprehend about the terms of the Upanishad, what it relates to, whether it is correlating any term which I have studied in the basic language of Sanskrit, which is appearing as a text in the Upanishad or not. If I found something, I try to correlate. What is this? Now, for an instant, when you are learning a basic Sanskrit, Saha. Saha means that. Now, is this Saha means that, quoted that, is available in Upanishad? Definitely it is available. Saha, that means it relates to the Supreme, which the invisible object or the entity, whatever it may be, where it exists, we are not aware, but it relates to that. Now, when I say a Sanskrit term Saha, that, it may represent by denoting a table or a chair or a person or whatever it may be in this nature. So, that elementary knowledge of the Sanskrit, what I learned, whether through that medium can I able to correlate with the Upanishads or the Veda, will I able to understand that? That's what is been explained in this Mundaka Upanishad as the medium. So, nowadays when you see many of those are going for a debate, what they feel, I am well knowledged. I gain knowledge through text. And so-called these argumentators, the debaters, who sit around across the table and try to capture the attentions of the ignorance, what they do? With this theoretic knowledge, like a lawyer, when he goes for an argumentation in a bench of a court, what he does? He will collect all those sections and rules and sub-rules or subsections. He will remember that, he will study that thoroughly, and he will vomit out in front of all the justice, and he will prove himself that he is quite knowledgeable person. But incidents, what has happened and what he narrates with the inferences of the previous judgment passed by the court, or whatever the rules which speaks in the particular subject of civil procedure code or criminal procedure code, he will just vomit out. With that is this incidence, and that correlates or not, and to what extent, all these are debatable. But with this, if you try to bring a justice to a wrong person, being your client, that it doesn't mean that you have won the case. Still, in the higher court of that supreme, he will be punishable. He may escape from the lower court, but he is punishable there. Why I am quoting this example is, today what we are argumentating about the spiritualism. Now spiritualism again, for everyone's understanding, I am not talking about any religion, color, creed or sex. Here the spiritualism means the self-awareness. Now, few days back, I saw a message stating that is such and such person is a God man? Is really a God? Whether he is worshipable? These questions are not required. Why it is not appeared on the Grantha or the text that he is not a God or he is a God? People are debating on this. And in that, all ignorants are participating and finally they come to a conclusion there is no God. Whenever any advent of incarnation takes place, they never reveal by word that they are God. So before concluding our sessions, let us have a bhajan that may give a bliss for our mind and soul. Thank you.
गोविंद गोविंद गाइए रे, भजो राधे गोपाल कृष्ण गाइए रे। गोविंद गोविंद गाइए रे, गोविंद गोविंद गाइए रे, भजो राधे गोपाल कृष्ण गाइए रे। गोविंद गोविंद गाइए मुरली मनोहर गाइए रे, बजो नंदा के लाल प्रभु गाइए रे। मुरली मनोहर गाइए रे, बजो मुरली मनोहर गाइए रे, बजो नंदा के लाल प्रभु गाइए रे। मुरली मनोहर गाइए रे, बजो नंदा गिरिधारी गिरिधारी गाइए रे, माई मीरा के नाथ प्रभु गाइए रे। गिरिधारी गिरिधारी गाइए रे, माई मीरा के नाथ प्रभु गाइए रे। गिरिधारी गिरिधारी गाइए रे, माई मीरा के नाथ प्रभु गाइए रे। गिरिधारी गिरिधारी गाइए रे, माई मीरा के गोविंद गोविंद गाइए रे, भजो राधे गोपाल कृष्ण गाइए रे। गोविंद गोविंद गाइए रे, भजो राधे गोपाल कृष्ण गाइए रे। मुरली मनोहर गाइए रे, भजो नंदा के लाल प्रभु गाइए रे। मुरली मनोहर गाइए रे, भजो नंदा के लाल प्रभु गाइए रे। गिरिधारी गिरिधारी गाइए रे, माई मीरा के नाथ प्रभु गाइए रे। गिरिधारी